Well, good evening. You're very welcome to another edition of TTML for Division 4 for round number 6 around Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. My name is Graham, and joining me tonight is Joe, the Pack Hack Core Boy. Hi, Joe.
Graham, hold Graham. Can I just give you a proper name? Like it's just that's just.
He's the Pack Hack because
he's
for avid FIFA players. He has all the pack look.
Yeah, everyone I just packed Middle Hernandez there, just to let you all know.
Well, thanks for the update, Joe. Really appreciate it.
But anyways, we won't get into that. We'll get into that another day. Silverstone, Graham. Great track. Hopefully a lot of overtaking around here. Fast track.
Very
lot
fast
of traction zones.
A few traction zones.
2 DRS straights.
Very good.
Three. There's not one at the start.
No, there used to be in 2018, but they removed that. So just the two, as you mentioned.
Two. And it's a beautiful day here in Silverstone here.
Okay.
So, Graham, from last week...
Yes, Joe, tell me all about
it. Conti wasn't available, so he has he has a quali ban for today. Saget served his race ban last week, so Saget's back after his horrific driving in France, and he didn't serve his quali bans. 2 quali bans. So that's the crack anyways, Graham.
How are the standings,
I'll
Joe?
take you to the...
I ruined your segue.
Podiums from last week are as follows. Florian gets his first win in TTML with a first place in France, followed by Aquaplanning, who has left the league, who got second. Faxland got third. The standings are as follows. Faxland with 84 points in first, Florian in second with 74, Storm in third with 66, Zam in fourth with 64, Yoijerel in fifth with 59, Aquaplanning in sixth with 53, Dark in seventh with 51, Atlascopo in eighth with 47, Maximus in 9th with 43, and 10th is Lecala with 39. Constructors, Mercedes with 140 points, followed by Haas and Renault with 111 points, AlphaTauri in 4th with 97, Alfa Romeo with 75 in 5th, McLaren in 6th with 73, 7th is Ferrari with 72, 8th is Williams with 71. 9th is Red Bull Racing with 36, and 10th is BWT Racing Point with 0 points.
Oh dear, 0 points. I'll tell you what, they're not going to get any tonight either, because there's no Racing Point here.
It's unfortunate.
So it is unfortunate, as you say. But I believe Gran is the first man to get us started in the Ferrari. DRS open. Looks like quite a lot of wing is being run on that thing. If, of course, Codemasters could think as beyond, adding visually more wing, or if it's just that wing, whether you're running 1-2 wing or 12-12 wing. But,
well, there's no 12-12, but okay.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes, 11-11. So. A difficult track, Joe. Sorry, Conti is retiring because he's got quite bad, but his teammate, whereas Atlas Scopo, he's lost coming out of Luffield. Oh dear. Well, that's 2 McLarens out for very different reasons. I was just going to ask Joe the challenges of this track. But I suppose one's just been highlighted.
Well, we've just seen one of them anyways.
Yeah. 24/7 for Gran. What's your expectation tonight, Joe, for a pole position? What could we be looking at?
Well, seeing that now at the moment, I say it could be a mid to low 24. I'd say, Graham.
Do you think that's an immediate? That's immediately a very
Yes,
good lap time.
yes, it's very good lap time. I'm not sure what Division 3 did last night. I'll have a look here,
Got
actually.
a look. Meanwhile, Atlas Scopo into third place, 25.9 on the Softy Kala, 25.1 on soft. So only man at 24 so far is indeed Gran. Oh, we've got a spinner. That is Zam. Oh, he's at the barrier too. That is just coming off the exit of Chapel.
Beckett's Chapel, all one.
So not all the one, but oh,
Well,
there's another spinner.
yeah, you know.
That's Damon. Gone for a spinneroo at turn number just off of Abbey and through Farm through turn 2 there. He's just staying off of the track if possible as other cars try and make their way through. So, well, you're looking at, Joe, the reference for third Division 3. The challenges I find with this track are it is very high speed and it requires a lot of commitment, and if you can't nail your line with that high speed, if you can't optimize your line, you could end up in a lot of different areas of the track in the wrong direction. We just seen one. I'm on board Maximus here. Like he's negotiated turn 1. He's now coming through the loop and Aintree. This is again traction zone difficulties. His back end's getting away. Difficult traction zone to nail, but if you can nail it, you can set yourself up for a good overtaking opportunity down this hangar. Sorry, this is the Wellington straight, and then through Brooklands, and then through Luffield again. You can drift out and then come back in. There's a couple of different ways you can go about it. Oh, he's gone onto the gravel. His lap's still valid, but whatever the way you want to get the power down, you need to get it done cleanly. Then we go through to Cops. Nice wide entry on a try and keep within the track limits. He has done there very nicely. Then the high speed section of Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel Complex. Line is critical. You want to take as much of the curves as you can and duck back in. You want to take that apex that he's missed. It'll set you up for the next one as well. So if your line is off heading in, you're going to lose time all the way through. And Maximus then coming up towards Stowe again. Wide entry. Want to try and cut back in. Use as much of the runoff as possible. Maximus bails on this lap, so you can see the challenges. There's a Mercedes off the track somewhere. That's Florian, who is parked off of Beckett's.
Chapel.
Beckett's onto Chapel. We'll lost it coming out of Beckett's.
A 24 flat, Graham.
24 flat. See,
I believe that was faster than Division 2, though.
Well, Neymar got close there. 24.7, 9.5, so about 700s off of what Gran could do, but I would guess, as we've got Storm on a lap here, I would guess given perhaps we might see a 24.5, 24.4 would be a guess.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And that wouldn't be too bad to be about 4/10 off Division 3. Here is Storm though, again using a bit of that exit curve on, so you want to go over the limit and then through Club and Vale first, and then one of the tougher traction zones to nail Club. The 25.3 puts himself into 7th place to Storm. The soft compound tyres as second runs are beginning to, well, not underway quite yet, but everyone's on an out lap. Storm just finishing his hot lap, so everyone on the track now, apart from Storm, prepping themselves for another run at it. This is one of the tracks that does allow a strategy where you can just basically go softs in qualifying and not have to worry about strategy in the race. Very much you can do for that. Not always the case at the past here at Silverstone, but this is how it is. And so you see Atlas then just going through Luffield. So I've talked about some of the challenges that I think of this track. Joe, what about you?
Sorry, Graham, just doing something here.
Great. Not to worry, Joseph. Actually, Faxland's going to be on the first on the lap. We'll take you through a flying lap. Faxland should be pretty much up there. So it's going to be interesting to kind of take you through Nice wide entry, trying to get himself the best run possible to start this lap. Using the curb on the outside, hooking up on the inside, using the curb there. Try to lose as little speed as possible as you negotiate those corners, and that's a very nice job. Fourth gear, down to second, short shift up to third, up to fourth, very clean first sector, clipping the curb nicely, coming out of Aintree. And he's a 10th up on his time, he's into the 24s, like himself and Yai Jamal. So this could be a shot provisional pole. Nice clean exit 2 off of Woodcut and Luffield. Heading towards Cops. Sweeping in. Flat to the mash. A very nice line through there. See what he's like through Maggots. Beckett's. 5th gear, 6th gear hookies. Much as that right curb as possible. This is very clean. And still up on his time. Just under a 10th and a half. This could be provisional pole position for Fact. Oh, he's clipped a little bit coming in to Stowe, but using the track nicely to his advantage. A very clean lap, you'd have to say. This should be a very good one indeed. Let's see if he's enough for provisional pole position. Comes across the line, it's a 24.8. Very consistent all the way around, kind of a 10th and a half-ish up the whole way. I thought perhaps it would be a little bit better than that, but it is good enough for a place in 4th place. Here comes the Kala. This looks good. Oh, it's very good. 24.6 for the AlphaTauri. Puts him on provisional pole position. That's a bit more like it. There's Atlas. Atlas goes up to 9th place then. A couple of times coming in. Here comes Saigesh, 3 tenths up on his lap. Moves into 6th place. There is a Maximus then just starting his flying. Another Ferrari coming through. Is that Gran? It is Gran, but he's only starting his flying lap. A 24.6, Joe, that's a bit more like it.
Yeah, it's a good lap, yeah. You were saying about something there before I had to go.
I was just asking what you thought the particular challenges for this track.
Well, where Gran was there, you really just have to like short shift, really come out of that corner. Short shift quick, got the power, very quick. The likes of this corner now, I don't even know the corner names. Wide, come back in on the power. You don't really need to go out onto that curb. You can cut a bit of this line here. You want to go flat out through Cops, but what I found difficult was you go flat out no bother, but like sometimes I'd lose the car like on that curb. Obviously you go flat out through Megs and Beckett's. 6th, 5th maybe, drop it down another gear, flat out.
That's a
you want to say the left hand side.
101.4 split going through sector 2, that's very good. He's got a great chance here if he nails this for a provisional pole. Does Grant?
Yeah, you want 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
There it is. Really good last sector. I found a bit more time there. 24.4 for a Gran, and that is the benchmark. That look, you could tell just going as he went through sector 2 there, and 101.4 split through the 2 sectors. That is very impressive. So
yeah, it's very good.
Yai Jamal is technically up on this time, not by much, but he's in the top 5. See what he can do. He does find an improvement. It's 24.6. Moves up to the 2nd row of the grid.
Storm's coming around. He's two tenths up. Darkly. Ooh.
Ooh, that's almost an validation. That's almost an validation. Finds an improvement, and you reckon there's a bit more time to be found in that lap too.
Should be.
There's a Williams that was off the track. That must have been Neymar indeed. He's going into the pits. No yellow flag through sector 2, but not sure what for.
Damon's 4 tenths up.
101.5, so that's a good split through sector 2. 4 tenths improvement would take him into the top 5. Oh, he's
Bit of a cut there off Stowe there.
Yeah. I'm afraid that is how it goes. Track limits can be an issue here. I suspect we'll have penalties
Well,
to be an issue here too.
yeah, well, track limits would be expected. Like, you can't really like cut
Right.
like anywhere
There's a
really.
number of there's a number of runoffs. There's a lot of high speed. We need to keep the car in. Might not always make the corner, the exit. So, and of course, you might cut very much the Beckett's Chapel complex. You can see some people cut Abbey as well. Turn 1 can happen. Stowe obviously being another. Those are your main kind of core areas. You could get a random one like the exit of Luffield, for example, or you could even accidentally cut one of these corners here where Zam is hidden to now. But the other ones that we've talked about, Abbey, Beckett's, Cops, Abbey, like those are your Stowe. Those are your main culprits for track limits. Just 3 minutes left, Joe. It's been a very smooth session. Oh, but not smooth for Maximus though. He's trying to get on the power very quickly, coming out of club, and yeah, he's supposed to start a lap, and then that lap is very much ruined. And I don't
Abandoned.
think he's not going to be able to get out again. Like that's going to be it.
If he surely had a bit more fuel, like.
If he has more fuel, he could go for another run. Those do look like a fresh set of mediums, so he's been saving these. But if he has the fuel, then he can go for another run. But otherwise, he certainly won't be able to come back into the pits and back out again for a new set. So Williams of Sygate had to start a flying lap. This will be the beginning of the final runs. Everyone else either in the pits or on an out lap. Any predictions before we kick it off?
Maybe Faxland, but I don't think he can get 410. So
24.8. To be honest, Faxland looked like he'd unless he's got more somewhere. Like that lap was clean, like he did, but just wasn't quick in comparison to the others. But we'll see. Maybe there is more to be had. Anywho, here's Sygate. Back, as you mentioned earlier, from his one race ban. Opens the DRS, he heads down towards Brooklands, and is just under a tenth up on his time. That would take him into 6th, but a long way to go. Again, how does he enter late? Yeah, late coming over onto that curve that you want to use to sweep in into Cops. And a little bit of a lift. Pretty clean. We have enough. Yes, he will have enough curb on exit. Oh, he's a 10th up, but that looked hairy as he got onto the grass. I wonder if he may have lost a little bit of time there. Very clean Stowe. Very, very clean. That's a very nice line. It's got a bit of traffic in front, but it should be able to, shouldn't be a problem. With 30 seconds to go, you'd imagine this is his last lap. Takes a lot of curb, almost too much, and he did improve by about 7 thousandths though, so he had it, and then he lost it. These Ferraris, the fact that they're starting their flying laps. Damon here, and yeah, Damon's on a flying lap. He's 4 tenths up. So again, he's finding improvements like he did last time. Can he complete it this time? He's not invalidated at Stowe, that's a big plus. Little slow off of that corner. Oh, has he invalidated? No, he hasn't. 24/7 checker flag is now out. Here comes Maximus. Oh, Maximus again across the line. Well, it's a 26.5. So he'll be at the back then. Well, at the back of those who've started on set times, so to speak. Nicala invalidated. As has Neymar, 24.5 for Neymar, quick lap, but it will not count. Varian's retired, I believe he lost coming out of the Mackett's and Beckett's and onto the chapel. Here is Storm. I didn't see if he was up on his time. comes then. 25.1 is the benchmark for him. 24.9 doesn't really improve much. Atlas then into 8th place. Whereas Faxland, oh Faxland, he invalidated and he stuck his car in the wall.
He did it on purpose.
Yeah, he did. He had. I saw he had invalidated. Oh, Yajiman's up on his time. Oh, but he's lost it. He's spun.
Oh.
His teammate, where is his teammate? His teammate's nowhere near.
Invalid.
Zam and Robin then cross the line. Robin just outside the top 10. I was trying to see if they were affected by that mistake there from Yajimal, who may have. I think that was basically pole position. I saw 1.6 tenth improvement there, which would have taken him just about, I think, into pole position. But no matter, he is in third in a good spot. But it is his teammate that takes the honours of pole position at 24.4.
And that is qualifying complete. Just wait. Can I get that? So yeah, Gran with a 24.4 first, Lecala in second, Yajmal third, Neymar fourth, Vapor fifth, Faxan sixth, Storm seventh, Atlas Scopo eighth, Saiget ninth, Robin 10th, Florian 11th, Zam 12th, Maximus 13th, Conti with his qualifying ban, and Dark, who retired early, unfortunately, 15th.
Indeed. So two McLarens at the back. Interesting to watch their progress. Be interesting to see what tyre they start on too.
Yes, Graham. Wonder what weather we have as well. It's a beautiful day here in Silverstone here.
Yeah. Pretty
Beautiful
dry.
Sunday morning.
I can't imagine rain being a factor here, yeah.
Would be very, like, it would happen, like, but not tonight. Not tonight. So strategies, Graham, would be soft mediums, pit lap 8, onto the mediums then. Early safety car for the medium runners will absolutely ruin their race, so they might as well just retire and go home. That's what happened to myself, unfortunately.
And you did not retire and go home, but you may as well have.
No.
The reason why he says that is because this pit lane is notorious and incorrect, by the way, because the speed limit I know for a fact is over 50 miles an hour these days. Well, 50 miles an hour. They still treat it in this game as 37 miles an hour, which means it takes nearly 40 seconds to make a stop here, which it absolutely does not take that long in real F1. And it hasn't been for a few years, but you know, Codemasters. So you want to do one stop and one stop alone. If that does happen to come to safety car, boom, sorted. If it's not, and other people have pitted under safety car, you are absolutely done. You are absolutely hosed. So the soft, I think, is the only tyre you could start on, really. 3 people haven't. Because of a threat of a safety car, I just don't think it's worth starting on a set of mediums. I just don't. There's a few tracks like that where like a safety car comes out and you know things happen. You can't always bank on a safety car coming out, but when it can go wrong, and it can go so wrong here if that safety car comes out in like say lap 5, 4 even, and you're on mediums or hards.
Yeah.
You're just like that's it.
Nice.
Like you're. Unless the second safety car comes out, like that's it. Unless you want to put the hard tires on to the end, which, sure, but you are going to have a painful pace disadvantage compared to the others.
That's correct, Graham. It's correct. Boys just going to form up on their grid slots. Graham, any predictions? Podium.
I'll go Gran. Yeah.
The other two drivers.
Gran, Neymar and Faxland. Sure, why not?
Alright, Graham, sure, I'll take us away because your mouth was full of pizza. Just waiting on the cars now to line up here. Just want to get a good camera angle. I don't know where to look.
I didn't realise that was that obvious.
Yeah, I seen you or heard you trying to pronounce Gran, and it was like full of pizza. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're live. Good start by Licala. Is he going to get the run on Gran? No, he backed out. Oh, and Jamal gets past Licala.
Faxland going for a dive on Neymar. He's given him space. 2 Ferraris then. Oh, there's a Haas on the that's the Haas of Faxland on the outside of the Cala then. Should have a better run. Overtake. Ooh, that might be a warning, but I think he might just be through. It was a Red Bull going very wide there. I think that was Damon. And the Calas had to concede that position. Fantastic start for Faxland and Jamal Joe.
Yes, brilliant. Unbelievable. 2 Ferraris out in front. Now we just have to stay in front. Neymar's after losing position also.
Storm's right behind him. As they head through Cops for the first time. That's a much more of a lift off in the race than it is in qualifying, so let's bear that fuel in mind. And the same through here as well. The lines are a bit different. And Florian's also placed out to Zam. Oh, he's tried to storm back through on the outside there, the exit of Beckett's.
Here comes Vapor. On Storm. Inside the store. Did he get the move? He got the move done. Good move.
Fight back on the outside.
Storm
though.
on the outside.
The track limits. Better make this work because he's just spent one of his warnings, no doubt. And yeah, Damon, nice move there. Just had to squeeze him. Very illegal. And yeah, Damon, that was the smart thing to do because that corner is always going to close off, and Storm's got back out of that. So good racing there for both of them, from Damon and from Storm, to avoid it too. To know when to back out. That's a key thing. To know when to back out. To know when too much is too much. Sorry, it's not lap 3, it is lap 2. But I am trying to find the the correct order. See if Storm, Florian, I think, on the back of Conti. So I'm not sure. Dark is still last, I believe. Or Robin then trying to make a move on Zam. Let's go back up to Sidegate though, who is not 1/10 behind Storm. Thank you for that. Tell you what though, Nicala, Faxland's 1.3 or so behind the leaders. So critically already out of DRS. He's got one more lap to try and get back within it. Oh, and Sam's, or is Atlas into the wall?
Oh, Maximus, Atlas,
Florian's off the track too. So 3 of them. Have they all come together? Have they had separate incidents? Conti moves by Zam. Conti into P9 now. So great start from Conti amidst the chaos. He is flying nicely on those softs he put on outside the top 10. And now DRS is now enabled, so Jamal on the back of Grant is kept within. DRS in the centre for fastest lap in the process. Maximus comes into the pits. As far as Atlas didn't come into the pits, I did see him hit the barrier, but I'm not sure if any bit of that wing fell off. Let's see then, Jamal onto the Wellington straight. Looks a bit too far back this time round. And Faxland did get back within DRS critically. That was very important for the Haas. Breeze is on the outskirts though. Any error, any snap of oversteer, and he can easily be back out of it again. But the same can be said for Nicala as well, Joe. Just 9/10 behind Faxland there as well.
Yeah, no, he's probably just trying to save a bit of ERS. Faxland goes miles off the track there. He'd want to save some ERS as well, because it's very easy to save as well. But like, and Jamal gets out of shape and maggots trying to close up to Gran.
I reckon Fackler just spent his DRS just trying to either
Graham, it's unreal. Like,
getting back into the DRS of Yaijima and breaking it then from Mikala, because that's big. Now he's part of this front three instead of a front two. There is Zam and that's Robin moving by into P10 then. The DRS assistance. So I can don't mind that usage of ERS because that moves him away. If he can now, these guys can pull him along rather than Faxland being at the head of another DRS train behind him. So I think he's played. It's now he can recover. Now that he's in this group. But I tell you what, they're very very close. I'm not sure who is the one that's going to break free first. A lot of penalties flying in, Joe. Only lap 4.
Yeah, only lap 4. It's early days. But the show goes on, Graham.
Show goes on. And now it's Likala who's got the... Well, only got 2 behind him with the DRS, to be fair, being Neymar and Damon. Storm is just been on the edge of it. Can't quite break in. But the field's spreading out just a little bit. Oh, it's Robin and Zam again. Oh, that's a penalty for Fackland already. Robin's made a mistake somewhere because Zam has very much cleared him. And Damon's ahead of Neymar. Where did he make that move? It's called a brilliant run out of Cops. And Fackland is out of DRS range, but he has got the DRS, so he's made a mistake somewhere off the exit of Beckett's and onto Chapel. And he's got a penalty this lap too, so it's not been a good lap for him. He's only
locking up there. Out DRS now.
It's very, very close. Nikala very close as well to be back within DRS range as well, so there's a big battle, Joe, to keep within that DRS range. Very important around this track. It is most tracks,
it is,
but
yeah.
It is very important around this track. Nice clean exits for Grant heading onto that Wellington straight. It means that even with the he's used a lot of his DRS to be fair, but even with the DRS advantage, Yaijima just can't get anywhere near to making a move. But it's this very clean exit onto that Wellington straight that really helping Grant stay ahead. Yaijima catches up a good bit at this part of the track through Brooklands, through Luffield, through Cops. Let's see.
Dirty air here is dirty. Oh, he's downshifted.
Negotiated very well, to be fair. If he can get a clean run through Beckett's Chapel onto the hangar straight, he could be in a great position here for an overtake. He will feel dirty air here for sure. Oh, this could be close. Wow, I think he's just lost out. Yeah, Grant got a good exit onto that hangar straight and just pulled away just under half a second, and that was good enough. As Robin and Sam again, these two are going hammer and toms at it. And Florian right behind them too, so after his excursion, Mercedes is right there too. I don't want to stray too far away from the front though, because I would hate to miss out on a lead at the front, looking at a fight for P 10, 11 and 12.
Yeah, I know, I understand. They're getting close. He's getting closer. I think he should let him go. He must be. I think he's the faster.
Feels like it, right?
Yeah.
But again, his run onto this straight's very nice. And the Yaijima can't follow. So, lap 6, Joe, what did you think about an undercut? Oh, big look off for Neymar there, before you answer. Storm on the outside, can he get around? Can he duck back in? Oh yes he can. Very good run. ERS assistance. He should be able to sneak through. And will Neymar let this
Yeah, I
go?
think lap 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and Vapor gets a pen.
Nice move there from Storm. Just using Apex to pinch Neymar to it. And nothing.
Kala's sizing up Faxland.
Barely ERS to do it. We go for a lunge. Not quite. As oh, yeah, Fax.
Oh, well, we have a safety car.
Oh, on the front 2. Haven't been able to get in time.
2.
Sorry. Oh, Faxland had to. Oh my goodness! He basically came to a stop. Thankfully. Oh, but I was going to say Likal has managed to avoid contact, but I don't think Neymar and Damon have. So look, oh, that's a disaster. That's a disaster for the Ferraris. Let's see, because they're picking up the safety car now. Not next lap, now. Their only saving grace is that this is a very long pit lane.
It's after, yeah, look, see, Florian, it's after fecking him up.
Medium tyres. Everyone else pitted. Even if they're
Robin's
from
on
mediums.
hards.
So, yeah, not great. They picked the safety car up coming out of Woodcut. Where are they? Oh, that's going to be tight, you know. That's going to be very bad for the Ferraris. Faxland coming up to Brooklands now, and they can go he's not got a delta. He can go as quick as he needs to catch up to the safety car, whereas the Eichmann and Grant are just stuck. They're stuck by the safety car, so they're going to fall very far behind. And that's a shame, because they're definitely the quickest two here today for sure. But yeah, space of a few seconds being up the road has ruined them. There's no way about it, because now Faxland is just coming onto this hangar straight now, and they've made their stops. So, wow. Game changer, Joe. A game changer.
There's a game changer, Graham. Both are in. But we'll lose savage amount of time.
Out. They're gonna. They may emerge in front of Maximus. Maybe.
Maybe.
Of course, poor old the Eichmann's gonna have to stack, but this is the only option. Like. He actually hasn't been held too. He's actually not been held too much, to be fair. Oh goodness, they are literally at the back. Here's Maximus. I think Gran might jump him. Oh, it's gonna be tight though. Oh, he's got ahead. It's just about got ahead as Maximus. Just about. Robin's pitted as well into mediums. That's actually a smart move, to be fair. That's a smart move.
Robin,
yeah.
Pit on hards and then go back on.
Hards, fulfill that criteria. Pit back onto mediums, but at least he's on. He might be at the back, but at least he's on the right tyre for the rest of this race. Dark isn't pit either.
Dark isn't here.
That is correct. Good spot. When did he leave?
Start session. When he retired. He must have lagged out.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. So Robin and Yaija will catch the back of this pack. This is going to be fascinating to see though. How far up can those two Ferraris get? It's going to be very interesting. I can't believe they've actually been screwed. They've actually been so hard. If that was me out the front and that happened, I would be absolutely furious. Safety car is in this lap. I feel for them, I do. Because that is outrageous. That is outrageously bad luck. However, this is how it is. They haven't got any penalties, which is it is racing. They haven't got any penalties, which a lot of people in front of them do. So plenty of opportunities to be had in this race. Everyone's basically going to the end, minus those who didn't pit on the safety car. Oh, we're away. Faxland and caught absolutely napping. Try and warm those tyres up. Florian is absolutely gunned it. And Mikala can't take advantage. See if anyone loses the car coming out of this last turn. Does happen under safety car conditions. But they all seem to have got through cleanly. It has happened. So then Damon on the back of the Kalos, Cygate and Conti. P7 and P8. Storm on the back of Neymar as well. Damon's all over the back of Licala. I know I just moved away from a little battle there. We're going to go back to this one though. Licala and Damon. He's not gone to the inside line, which is interesting. He could have easily gone to the inside there. He's going to go around the outside for Brooklands. Goes to the inside for Luffield. And he gets that move done. So Damon then up into third place. Neymar just behind. Storm gets a much better exit. Through Woodcut they come. He's going to send down the inside, is he? No, thinks better of it. Big lift needed. And Yajamal gets through on the Ghost of Dark. His first, or so that's Gran, and Yajamal is Gran's first target will be Maximus on those hard compound tyres. Nothing doing yet. DRS will be enabled. Not this lap, not next lap. After that though, as Gran goes to the move on Maximus into Stowe. Side by side. And Gran gets that move done nicely. Maximus was trying to fight back, but Gran just had the better line and the better tyres. And he'll move up into 10th place then. So the climb begins for the Ferraris.
Climb begins for the Ferraris, Graham. Yeah, Conti looking well, looking good so far. Neymar, a lot of penalties. Must say.
Yeah, anyone who's not got penalties is in a very good spot right now.
Yeah, Neymar closing to the back of Licala. He wants to stay close. DRS still not enabled. Tygate gets another penalty, I believe. Yeah, another penalty. He needs to close up to Storm. Neymar basically pushing Licala through. Cops, dirty air, lift off, yes. Overtake. Yeah, Damon is on the back. I think Faxland's going to drop a good bit, Graham, because all the cars are just going to swallow him up, like, you know.
Might even get the job done without DRS this time round. Slacky a bit of straight line speed and not straight there. But this time DRS will be enabled next lap round. So will that save him? Yajamal then on the outside gets through before Stowe. Maximus then he follows his teammate through. He's getting close to the back of Atlas for P9. And DRS is now enabled and Faxland's saving grace will be that Florian on older tyres will help him in that regard. He's in DRS range, of course. See if Neymar can get any closer to the back. Licala. Of course, Licala's got DRS to the Red Bull still in front of him. That's protecting him, at least for the moment. Licala doesn't need to do too much here, I reckon. He's got no penalties, so he's already in a very good spot. Doesn't need to push himself too much. That might go over the edge, get a penalty. It's going to really help him come the end of this race. So if Neymar goes, I reckon he should just live with it. Try and stick with the DRS after that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just doing something there.
Oh, it's the dirty effort, Neymar. Horrible. Loses all sorts of touch
Damon.
with Neymar.
Oh yeah, Faxon has DRS on Florian as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, Conti gets past Sygate. Into Stowe. Before Stowe. Gran behind Atlas Scopo.
For P9. Sygate and Conti just ahead of that. Clear. That Renault. So when I wonder, because I think the next key to this race is whenever Florian pits. And Faxland trying to do everything to stay with the slipstream, taking everyone with them basically. Well, that's the question, I think. When does Florian come in? As Gran and Atlas Scopo. Gran then through into Brooklands, and that's Gran up to the 9th place. So he's got 2 seconds to try and make up on Sygate, who does for now have DRS on Conti, so that's his next concern. Nice clean run for Damon out of the cops. I think he's riding his luck though with some of these track limits. Gets a nice run. This could be a position here indeed. Might need to make this done. Oh, but it's just not. It just seems like Faxon just gets a boost. Just when I switch to him, he doesn't seem to get. He doesn't have his ERS on, but for whatever reason, it just seems to get a boost through the middle of through the straight, and that just takes him a little bit away from Damon. Yarjma on the back of Atlas. Then he's actually caught up quite quickly to this. See his teammate just in front. On to lap 13, so over half the race to go still, but there's a lot to be decided. By no means is this race over.
Yeah, I think Florian should pit soon.
What lap would you pit to make a soft last to the end?
Fresh set. Maybe 16, 17.
Yarjamal on Atlas, and that's an easy move for him to make in the end. Will he have a run heading out of Luffield? Looked like he was going to, did Atlas, but Yarjamal making that position his, and the Ferraris then moving up the field. You see Cygate then already in trouble. Oh, that's very wide on the limits there for Grant. He's got to be careful. These Ferraris are one of the few cars that don't have penalties. Cygate then does not have DRS. That's a horrible run for Grant, and not a great line for Yarjamal either. The cases aren't being helped here. They're not that far away. They're only 7 seconds off the lead.
So they're going to show up and just take it.
It's
That's
still
getting 9
very,
seconds.
very close.
It'll be a big massive train, Graham. It's a train already from 1st to 6th. But Conti can get that gap there.
And we saw something very similar. Oh,
Faxland!
Oh, well, you've just dropped out. No, the detection zone was just beforehand. But I don't think that's going to save him. Slipstream overtake for Damon. A horrible camera angle. Again, doesn't really go for the inside, preferring to go for the outside, becomes the inside then for Nuffield. He's trying to squeeze his car there.
Contact!
Oh, he's trying. Mikala looking with interest at the back of this. And Damon is through. Whew. Lots of contact there. What did you make of that, Joe?
Yeah, it's very ambitious now. He should have just
see what he was trying to do. He's trying to do what he did earlier.
Yeah, he just
going on the
forced himself
outside
through.
into Brooklands and then come the inside for Luffield. I think so as well. I think he tried to force himself through a little bit there. But he is through. He does not have DRS though. But I think he should be okay from any attack from Faxland. He does have quite a bit of ERS to be fair, compared to Damon's, well, 0 basically. But they're through.
Oh, Florian gets a pen.
Penalty for Florian, and Neymar goes very wide too. Where are the Ferraris? So in all that, Gran was overtaken. Oh, sorry, overtook Cygate, and the Yarjamal was coming through then as well through Club, and he gets that move done. Cygate's gonna have to back out of that. He's gonna try and follow. This is not gonna end well.
Still an overtake. He's gonna crash. It's still an overtake. Oh, Yarjamal's
round. Cygate did not touch him, but that round goes the Ferrari. Oh, it's desperately disappointing. Oh, and Maximus. Oh my goodness, trying to avoid a Ferrari almost. He managed to hold it. Somehow kept hold of that car in a straight line. Here comes Atlas Scopo though, going for the move on Cygate. Oh, look at this train from Damon. I think Yarjamal may have just lost a bit of composure with the Cygate being that close to him. I think he's just unsettled him.
It's tasty up here, Graham.
Very tasty.
Looking very tasty.
Damon's got no ERS to fight with.
Kala looks very quick over this now.
Say Neymar does as well, to be fair. Here comes Faxland though.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Here goes Faxland down the inside into Stowe. Oh, more contact. Damon on the outside, more. Oh, we saw this crash in Division 2. Almost happened again. And Damon goes down the inside on Faxland, gets that position back. And the Kala and Neymar storm there, all watching with ease. And Conti getting ever closer into this picture as well. I would say this helps Florian, but it doesn't really help Florian because he's got to make another stop. But he is pulling clear of this though.
Oh,
they're going for a switch. Oh, risky stuff. Storm on the outside here as well. But Factland's just got much more ERS to do anything down the main straight with than Damon does. Oh, and
Gran is off.
I don't know if he was behind anyone, but another Ferrari incident. Oh, this goes from bad to worse for them. I was looking forward to seeing how they're going to progress through the field, and now they've just gone spinning backwards, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Conti's after coming up to this train now as well.
Yeah, he's within.
It's going to help him
too.
massively.
And he's got no penalties either, so he's sitting in a very pretty spot here between Mikala and himself, with no penalties at this stage of the race. That might be the determining factor. You never quite know. But we saw a situation very similar to this in Division 2, with a lot of cars being in very close proximity of each other. It's lap 16 of 26, so plenty still to happen. But right now, it's looking good as Florian stays out.
Yeah, why did you say that so long? I don't wonder.
I reckon 1 or 2 more laps.
I reckon it's safe to try and get a safety car.
Well, that wouldn't help so much as well. It would in a sense.
No.
That's Gran off again. Always Spawn coming out of club. And is that going to be it? Will we call it a day? The pole sitter. It's all unraveled for him. But he's staying with it. For now at least. A safety car would help him in the sense that he wouldn't be 50 seconds behind. That's an exaggeration, of course. It's maybe 30 seconds or so when he comes out of the pits. But yeah, probably. That's probably what he's waiting for, to be honest. May as well. His entire race hinges on it.
Yeah, the Callus after closing up massively.
It's got a very nice run. How clean can you get off onto the hangar straight? Very, but I don't think it's got the ERS to fight with. And even though Factland isn't using any of his, still not able to get the job done. 1.5 seconds. Robin and Sygate. As Sygate going through before Stowe.
Oh, and the car is off! The car is in Narnia!
Oh, he's dropped it. And one of the leading contenders for this race with no penalties has dropped it and seemingly has given up. This will surely be... Will this be a safety car? Maybe. Does he have any intention of getting back onto this track? I assume he lost it. We don't know for sure. I actually wasn't on board.
He did, Graham. Yeah, he lost out.
Just dropped it. That's disappointing. Disappointing for Nicala. It means that Conti now suddenly is in a fascinating position. He's less than 3 seconds off the lead of this race. And everyone ahead of him, bar Faxland, has more than 1 penalty. Though some of those could be collision penalties, which may be removed. So can't really take that into consideration. But they do at least have 1 3-second penalty. Conti does not. So Conti looking very good for a podium place, at the very least. He's got no pressure from behind. He just has to sit here. That's all he has to do.
I think he'll get the win, Graham, because
I didn't want to say
might have.
Because
yeah, but they have 3 seconds though as well. Like.
Yeah, I didn't want to say he could get the win because I didn't want to jinx it.
He could. You just don't know. Like.
He could, yes.
We'll find out in. Oh, Neymar's around.
Neymar's lost it. There's one car less to worry about. And Atlas had to hop out of the way there, so another car has dropped it on the exit of club. So that's another one down. Florian still has to pit. He's still 1.7 seconds ahead. His pace has actually been very good on those mediums. So once he's had the track position, He's been there for pace because no one's, despite his tyres being 7 laps older, no one has called to the back of him and run away with this race. So once he's had the space, Florian's shown the pace, but unfortunately does have to make another pit stop, which will take him
As a Kala pits or retires.
to retire from this race. That's a shame for him. He's looking very good.
It's going to kick off here, Graham, between Vapor and Faxland again. Round 2, fight.
No DRS for Damon critically, and now Faxland chooses to deploy that DRS and sides through into second place. This is a very important part of this race actually, because if Conti can't get by Storm and these two start to pull away, that would be a problem for Conti. So it's hammer lip. It's like you said, Joe. This is hammer time. This is the time.
This is the time of my life. I never felt this before.
Joe, those are two songs, man.
Oh, damn. Daniel, back at it again. Will Faxland's closing up though. He's losing his energy. But Conti has a whole load of energy, so he can give it to the few boys in front there. The boys are struggling to save some.
Yeah.
Conti just needs to close up. 82%. Like, let's get the energy going.
Yeah, there's a certain point where it needs to be used. This is probably this time.
Yeah.
May need to get a bit of a chop on. Florian here.
Faxland on not.
Florian here desperately trying to hold out for a safety car by. I just don't see it. He's going to have to concede, I think, on this one. May as well hang out for as long as he can, because nothing he does is going to change where he comes out, which is behind Maximus. Yeah, into the pits he comes. It was worth it, in a sense, but also not really. Shame.
Yeah, I believe it's nearly 9 o'clock here, Graham.
Cheers. It's okay, man. We don't have to.
Oh, sure.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah, Conti needs to get by Storm here. Stat.
Yes, ASAP.
Like, this has to happen now. He's still within. If you look at the gap, he's 2.9 behind Faxland. Needs to get a move on, or needs Damon to get back into the picture. Oh, big lock up there. Now, to be fair, Faxland, what's his? Is he got? No, it is only 3 seconds. So it's not. He's not one of these people looking at a 5 second possibly being removed afterwards. It is just 3 seconds for Faxland. One more though, and that would probably give Conti the win. But he needs to get by Storm. Oh, Storm getting a little bit out of shape there. See if Conti almost losing it as well. He's reluctant to really use his energy before, you know, if he's committed to it, he may have got the job done here, to be fair. But I can see why he didn't want to use it too. He didn't want to waste unless it's a clear-cut opportunity. But the fact of the matter is, Storm is dropping back here. He's dropping back. He's now 2 seconds behind Damon. Yeah, Conti needs to get this one done. Lap 22 of 26. Tenths back. He's got a comfortable gap to Atlas, but yeah, it's clear what needs to be done, but he just can't do it.
Yeah. What's the gap now? The gap is 3.7.
Yeah. If you want this ultimate feeling, Joe.
Oh, the best feeling of all time.
Then he's got to try and get by, you know, for that ultimate feeling.
Well, he's after getting a better run now on Storm now.
This has to be it.
Use that energy. Use it. Go down the inside.
Stowe.
Has to be done.
And he does get the move done. That's a big move for Conti. Big move. Now he needs to try and use this energy, get into that space, and close down that gap. He's got work to do. He's 4 seconds behind. He needs to hope that Damon, who's a little bit closer this time around to Faxland, to maybe put a bit of pressure on him. Also needs to try and clear a little bit more gap so that Storm doesn't instantly just come back at him. The last thing these two need is to go back and forth, and that is Maximus out of this race. Lost to coming onto the main straight. The VSC is deployed. So a chance for everyone to regroup, get their breath back. This probably doesn't work out great for Conti because it allows people to save some ERS, some fuel. If he can nail the restart though, maybe he can pull himself a little bit closer to the action. With a momentary suspension to proceedings here. 3.5 laps to go. See if Damon can actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's got a very good run, and DRS is being enabled under the VSC. Here comes Damon for the lead in this race. Pulls to the right hand side. This is excellent. A very good restart, and Damon then moves into the lead of this race. They both have similar ERS now at this stage, unlike before. Storm and Conti going back at it. Conti on the outside still holds that position. Crucial there for Conti to not lose that position. Now that Faxland's behind Damon once again, he can now try and see if that Haas is held up. 3 laps to go.
It's tense, this is.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds back. Is Conti to Faxland. Penalty situation, you can see there. 1 penalty for Faxland, 0 for Conti. But Faxland has the gap. But he is bringing down that time though, 3.2. So Faxland needs to swiftly get by this Red Bull.
Oh!
Oh, he's made a mistake, and swiftly by he is. A little wobble. Coming out of Luffield and onto Woodcut. And as Faxland back into lead this race, and that's not what Conti needed. Needed Damon to try and stay in front of him as long as he can. And he's sadly just given him the position for free. Faxland should be safe. There's a penalty for Granby, that's his first. It is indeed. So, because he does have free air, so he's still close. Very close, still about 3.2. As we head on to the second last lap of this race. It's fascinating how different this race could have gone had that safety car been called 5 seconds earlier, and those Ferraris got to come into the pits with everyone else. However, that wasn't to be. And now Faxland or Conti looking at a possible win here. Oh, actually Conti's, because he got DRS? No, he hasn't. I thought he might have DRS from Gran, who has unlapped himself on softs. And Damon hasn't given up on this yet though. Still about 5 tenths. The gap to Conti is pretty similar, about 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. This is the closest battle we have on track at the moment. Battle for the race lead, but isn't the race lead at the same time with the penalties for Damon. I believe he's got 11 seconds. Oh, he's off!
Oh, he's in the wall.
And that's going to be a DNF shortly. Oh, yep, there it is. He is out. The rear wheel has collapsed. And got onto the grass. And I'm afraid once you do that, it is game over. But now then, that moves Conti to second place. And look at that gap. It is tantalizingly close to where he needs it to be as we begin the final lap of this race. What a way to end this race, by the way. What a way to end this race. It's very, very, very close. And right now, he has the gap.
He's winning the race.
He's got 32%
No, he's not.
ERS that has to be used. Every single bit of it has to be used, and he is indeed using it. Gets a nice run onto this hangar straight. Saves a bit of ERS sensibly for the last run down towards Stowe. Oh, this is going to be close. One mistake, and that is it. It's been a great race, to be fair. And there's one more twist left to settle. Which way will it go? Faxan has basically run out of ERS at this stage. Conti still has about 20%. That will help. How are the lines? Nice and clean for Faxan. Is that going to be enough though? Conti looking very nice too. And using everything he's got left, he's now comfortably in that window and gaining all of the time. Faxan's 0% ERS. It's going to cost him here surely. A few corners to go. It's been a brilliant race contested by these two. However, having had a qualifying ban, TTGA Conti is going to come across the line to win the British Grand Prix. An absolutely fantastic drive from the McLaren. An absolutely brilliant drive. He wins ahead of Faxan in second. TTG Storm finishes on the podium in third. Atlas then in fourth. Yajman got up to fifth place in the end. A good recovery drive in the end. Robin, a great drive from Robin to finish in sixth. Neighbour then seventh. Cygate, well, they're all jumped by Florian as he goes into sixth place. Oh, Robin just about missed out on sixth place there. 13 thousandths ahead of Neymar then. Cygate ninth. Gran 10th. And that will be that, Joe. Whew.
I'm very, very happy for Conti. Very happy.
I think he was confident about his abilities in this race, and I was looking at the Discord before the race, and he was a little sad that he had a qualifying ban because.
Yeah.
But the confidence was there. I think the pace was there.
Well,
yeah.
Fair play to Conti on doing a last first challenge. I know it wasn't a challenge, but like, congratulations on the win, and I hope you celebrate with a beer maybe later on.
That would be nice. Anyways, Grant coming across the line.
Would be nice, Grant. Cheers, would be nice.
Oh, it's your favourite, Joe. It's your favourite activity of wasting time before the start.
Penalty.
Oh, Faxland's ERS management let him down there at the end. Having 0% basically at the end was the difference really in the end. That's all it came down to. That's all it was in the end. But you could also say that, or you could say Conti's management of ERS was the winner really. Go either way. You could probably go, I think both can be true. I think both are true.
Yeah. It was very good, very well handled.
Very much so.
From Conti.
He just had to watch the drivers drop in front of him. Like, Licala lost it,
Licala
lost it. I think he's behind Neymar too.
He lost it.
Yeah, so it all fell into place, and he's the only driver who finished to not get a penalty. Conti wins ahead of Faxland in second, who's put up a very good fight, to be fair. Storm then, good job from 7th place to finish in 3rd. Atlas in 4th. Yajmal 5th place. That could be D's. That could be SAS. That's a SAS factor recovery drive, I think. But he will be reflecting on what could have been, as with his teammate, I'm sure, with that safety car. Florian then, a good result for him, because he was also flying off the track at the beginning of this race too. So Florian then showed good pace, and still finished 6th at the end after that pit stop, so good job from him. Robin then 7th. Good race from him. Neymar in 8th. Cygate finishes where he starts in 9th. And then Grant finishes in 10th from the lead. Yeah, very much a what-if scenario for the Ferraris. I think they were the best, fastest two in that opening phase, and unfortunately, the wrong time caught them out.
That's correct, Graham. That is correct.
Joseph.
Yeah.
What can you be expecting next? on the TTML
Next week,
calendar.
Graham is your probably. I think it could be your favorite track. Maybe it's not your favorite track. Oh yeah, well, it's Spa-Francorchamps,
Oh, lovely.
Belgium. Graham, join myself, me and Graham. 8 o'clock. Hopefully Graham will have his pizza finished by then. But
I
sure,
hope so.
what can you do when a man's hungry? Yeah, it was good racing tonight. I was happy
Yes,
with. Driving standards have improved,
very much so. Give him credit.
and hopefully more good racing in Belgium. For myself, TTG Corby, I'll be seeing you next Friday. And Graham?
Yeah, until next time.